Here we go. Welcome to the News at Noon for Park Lane, Australia this Wednesday, August 27th. We're excited to have you here. Thanks. And guten Tag, good day from Deutschland. I'm in Germany installing our newest Park Lane business. I thought you'd enjoy just seeing a couple pictures. This is our logistics center, our warehouse area. And this is the packing table, the shelves with back stock inventory, order forms and everything. These are the kits all nice and neatly. Can you tell Germans are so neat, and process is so important? And here are the kits, they're even stacked, organized in a pyramid, all ready to go out. But we're excited, and great things are happening here, and all we can hope for is that they have the success in their first few months as well as you have, and have done fabulous, because we have some people that we just have to shout out to. You've had two $100+ $1,000 weeks in a row. Last week, what came in last night was higher than week one of anniversary weeks. So congratulations to you. Two all-time records, one week after another, and your all-time highest month. You'd set that previously in July, and in a 4-week period of August, you broke that by good numbers. So congratulations, and hats off to you. And congrats to those people this week who are heading off to Aruba. Incentive travel trip. There are 18 Australians who are going to be part of the Park Lane contingency in Aruba. We're very excited for you, and John and Sandra are going to make sure to get you all together and grab our Canadian friends who are there and have a drink on me, because I actually won't be there. I'm here in Germany working, and that's really okay, because I'm really excited. I wasn't in Barcelona because I was with you in Australia. So it's incredible. The question I have to ask you, though, it's really all about you, is that a lot of great winners in Aruba. The next incentive trip is Paris. Are you going to be in Paris? It's just an incredible location for you in Australia, halfway around the world. Are you going to be there? The great things that are happening in our business, yeah, you will. But on your own personal business, are you focused to make it happen? And what's important is that we are still in the fast start time frame. So right now, through next Tuesday, September 2nd, you are still in that first portion of the incentive trip where you get the bonuses. And the bonuses are twofold. Number one, in your personal sales. Everything you sell from the Tuesday, like before convention, July 22nd, through September 2nd, everything you've sold, if you've sold more than $1,000 in net non-sales, you get double credit for. So do you have your tracking form? Have you written down the first 5 weeks? Did you write down this week, week 6? And what comes in next Tuesday also counts for fast start. So everything you've done in that time frame, you get double points on. If you sold 5,000, you get 10,000 in credit. And secondly, you get extra bonus points for recruiting, for sharing the Park Lane opportunity with others. And you're doing an amazing job at that. And so for the first person you share the opportunity with, you get 2,000 bonus points. And that, a new recruit that comes in, and by next Tuesday, September 2nd, they have 500 or more in sales. Remember, they have to be a qualified recruit to count as one of your 4 recruits. But if they just have 500 in sales by next Tuesday, the 2nd, they count and get you a 2,000 point bonus, and you get that on up to 4 recruits. So you can get 8,000 bonus points there. Now, what does it take to earn Paris? For you to be on the next trip, for you to be the one who's leaving this week to head to Paris and our next incentive trip? Well, a trip for one, you need 4 qualified recruits. Now, qualified recruit is someone who has 1,000 or more in sales in their first 5 weeks in business. And when you have just 4 recruits, and you and them together, combined, have 50,000 in total points, you've qualified for a trip for one, Paris, France. And with the same 4 recruits, you don't need any more recruits than 4, just 4 recruits, you and they together, with all the bonus points, the fast start, when you together have 64,000 points, you qualify for a trip or 2 to Paris. it is, you want to be, we leave you with a quote today from Bill Cosby. The drive to succeed has to be so strong that you just can't want to fail. It can't be okay not to earn Paris. It's an incredible trip. You deserve to be there. You all deserve to be there. And again, my goal is to have a chartered plane full of Australians to come to Paris because so many of you have earned it, and we know that can happen. Hey, this week we're concluding the 3-week series, 9 Things Successful People Do Differently. When we send out the recording of this, we will also send a PowerPoint of the 9 all together in one. So if you'd like to review that, use it for a meeting, share it with your kids, do anything like that, you can. The first 6 weeks, what we did was talk about, and this comes from a magazine called Fast Company. It's one of my favorite magazines. I've read it for 25 years. And it talks about what really successful people in different fields do differently than others to cause success. Week 1, we talked about the first 3 things. They're very specific. Successful people are very specific about what they want to accomplish. It's not, I want to lose weight. It's, I'm going to lose 8 pounds in 2 weeks. Secondly, they seize the moment to act on their goals. Because they're specific about their goals, they have time scheduled every day to work on that. And time just doesn't pass them by. They seize the opportunity because they're focused every day on doing that. Know exactly how far they have left to go. This is your Paris tracking chart. This is a thermometer on the wall that you keep track of how far you have to go. You cannot improve and qualify for what you don't measure, and successful people really know exactly how far they have to go. Last week we talked about being a realistic optimist. We're very optimistic and positive, but we're realistic about the fact that qualifying for a trip for Paris is going to require work. If it was easy, everybody'd do it. Successful people are realistically optimistic. Number 5, they build their willpower muscle. The ability to really say, when I'm going to do this, I'm going to put my mind to it, and I'm going to really do it. And your willpower is like any muscle. If you work on it, it gets stronger. And then number 6, they don't tempt fate. They don't make things harder than they have to be. They use an analogy of, don't go on a diet and quit smoking at the same time. If you're going to really make this happen and earn Paris, don't take out a big charitable hobby at the same time where you have to work 20 hours a week for a charity. Don't tempt fate. This week we talk about 7 through 9 to wrap up this series. And number 7, the thing that successful people do differently is focus on what you will do, not what you won't do. If you look at a goal and do you want to successfully lose weight, quit smoking, put a lid on your bad temper, maybe those are things away from the business you want to do, then plan how you replace bad habits with good habits rather than focusing only on the bad habits themselves. Research on thought suppression, do you know the story about white bears? That's for another time. But has shown that trying to avoid thoughts makes it even more hard and active for your mind. That's like if you're on a diet, thinking about, well, I can't have this and I can't have that. And thinking about those things makes it even more difficult. The same holds true with your behavior. By trying not to engage in a bad habit, our habits get strengthened rather than broken. If you're thinking about all the time what I can't do, instead think of what you will do. If you want to change your mind, ask yourself, what will I do instead? For example, if you're trying to gain control of your temper and stop flying off the handle, you might have a plan like this. If I'm starting to feel angry, then I'll take 3 deep breaths and calm down. I use a replacement, what you will do instead of what you won't do. That bad habit will get taken away over time. If your habit you're trying to break is what you will do is make 5 calls a day on your business, don't think about, all day, I haven't made a call, I haven't done this. Think about what you will do. Think about, well, wait, I have a time coming up in a half an hour where I can make a couple calls. So think what you will do instead of what you won't do. Number 8 thing that successful people do differently is they keep getting better day by day. They focus on getting better rather than being good. We can all do this, and believing that you have the ability to reach your goals is important. But so is believing you can get the ability. Many of us believe that our intelligence, our personality, our physical aptitudes are fixed. that no matter what we do, we won't improve. And as a result, we focus on goals that are all about proving ourselves rather than developing and acquiring new skills. Fortunately, decades of research suggests that the belief in fixed ability, meaning that it's completely wrong, that you were given this ability and that's all you have, that's absolutely wrong. Abilities of all kinds are profoundly malleable. That means they're shapeable. You can change them. Embracing the fact that you can change will allow you to make better choices and reach your full potential. People whose goals are about getting better rather than being good. I'm going to be the best booker, in Australia. Well, just get better every day. Every day get a little bit better at sharing the booking opportunity or recruiting. Will really help you take difficulty in stride. So focus on getting better, not in being good. And the last thing that really successful people do differently is have grit. And grit is defined as perseverance and passion for a long-term goal. Grit is the willingness to commit to long-term goals and to persist in the face of difficulty. Studies show that gritty people obtain more education in their lifetime, earn higher GPAs. Grit predicts what cadets will stick out their first grueling year at West Point Academy. In fact, grit even predicts which round contestants will make it to in the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Have you ever watched that and seen some of those kids who are they're just concentrating on a word and they're going to make it happen? And that's great. The good news is if you aren't particularly gritty now, if you don't really have that perseverance and passion for the long-term goal, there's something you can do about it. People who lack grit more often than not believe they just don't have the innate abilities to be successful that people have. And if that describes you, I just don't have the ability to do that and earn a trip to Paris, then there's no easy way to put this. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. As we mentioned earlier, effort, planning, persistence, good strategies are what it really takes to succeed. That's what it takes, not the ability you think you were born with to earn this trip. Embracing this knowledge will not only help you see yourself and your goals more accurately, but it'll also do wonders with the gifts you have been given. So 9 things successful people do differently. We'll send this out in the update that you get later today or tomorrow, and we hope you enjoy that. We're going to start a new series next week about what successful people, how they think differently. So hope you enjoy that. Look this week, more than likely on Friday, in your email and on your field interface for your September Network magazine, because great exciting things for September. Your Network magazine is also the great place for great training, and so you will either get that via an email or you'll also see that in your field interface. But let's talk about things going on in September. The Success Necklace, which is your great customer special, $17 with a $30 order, $9 retail value. That is your customer special continuing in September, but just for September. So you're going to have this for the month of September, commission month, and that'll be it. You'll have a new one for October. When we look at our hostess incentives, the Time to Party Watch is our hostess special. It's $32 when our hostess has a show, or it's free with an $800 or higher net show. And you're welcome, Sandra. So the watch is free over $800, $32. The Yes Gift, you're starting to know how these gifts work. And the Yes Gift that a hostess gets for having a show, and she qualifies for it and takes it with her show, so you order it with her show, is the We Ensemble. Now this is really a beautiful piece. This was one we got all the new jewelry for our franchise owner here in Germany, and that was one that it comes on a card, both the necklace and the earrings, if you haven't seen it. That's really, she said, this is really a nice piece. It is. It's only $17, $99 retail value for a hostess as Yes Gift. These continue in September, but only for September. You'll have new ones in October, so that's good to get the shows in September. September is going to be another big month. Lots of great support materials out there. You all are going through the catalogs like crazy, and that's a great indicator of all the future success that's happening. I think according to John, since convention, you've ordered more than 5,000 catalogs, and that's good. One of the things that so many people are using, and we hear so many great stories about, is the new fold-over invitation. And this holdover invitation oftentimes can be your business card as you go out and meet people. You can do that. If you have opportunity events coming up, I know there was Rebel and Sharon and a big group of you did an event down in Melbourne and other locations. You can even use these and put the information on the fold-over invitation and have these with you to pass out so you can invite people to the next opportunity event. But again, these are a great way really to get people exposure to Park Lane. As you go out, just meet people. As you meet new people, there are 4 great product line representations inside. No sticker shock on these. These are all smaller retail pieces. And of course, we always know they can get anything in the catalog for just $17. I'm so glad I have not said euro yet because it's dollars. But it's a great tool. So many people are using it. We hear so many great stories. And so I just talk about that every week because it's great. Let's just take a second to review Week at a Glance, everything going on, and we'll close with some great new information. The Success Necklace continues as a customer special for $17, and that is for the month of September. The Hostess bonus items, again, the We Ensemble, the Time to Party watch, those items also continue in September. 2 thank you gifts ended in August, so all your shows last night, that you ordered those 2 thank you gifts for special hostesses. That ended with the month of August, but everything else continues on in September, so that's very exciting. The Rich Rewards Club, this is a way, I love seeing your posts on the internet when you get your free jewelry rewards, and you love the fact they're just starting to experience it here. They can't believe that the minute they have the sales to qualify in Rich Rewards, they get to order the gifts. They don't have to wait till month end. Well, you know that, and you see that, and I love seeing the great posts when you do that. But at $2,000, remember that $2,000 level, level 2, gets you the special designer ensemble of the month. That is the Montmartre. That is actually a mountain close to where I am in Germany, is the goal for the month of September. And Pavilion is actually, I think this was August's award, I'm sorry. And Pavilion now is the month of September exclusive award for Rich Rewards Club. So great way to get new products. These are products that are available but that you have to demonstrate. So exciting. Your Park Lane customer service team is there to serve you. They really responded quickly on Donna Cameron. I see she's on an order issue with an order she had, and your IT team, they're doing lots of stuff for us here as we speak in euros in a completely different language, and they help you too. So they jump on that. And one great way, remember, you can do the emails or report an issue, and that's a great way. But of course, your great franchise is the first line of defense. And you let them know, and if they can't fix it, they let me know, and they make sure that I fix it for you too. So we're here to serve you in every way we can because you are so amazing and you're doing so fabulous. September, I believe, yes, it's a 5-week commission month. That's exciting. 5 weeks to get to the highest levels of Rich Rewards Club. 5 weeks for you to earn your designer ensemble. 5 weeks for you to make qualification to promote up if you're a fashion director. And your goal is to be branch director. I think we had something like 13 promotions. We had a new division, Naomi Paris, a new senior division, Sally Sarin up in Mackay. Just fabulous, fabulous growth from our leaders. And if your goal is to make a promotion, a 5-week month is a great time to make that happen. And you have that. Lots of great things happening in September in Australia. So we're excited about that. But you have 5 Tuesdays, starting with next Tuesday, the 2nd, which is the last Tuesday for the Fast Start bonus if you are an established fashion director or leader who was in the business as of convention or before. Remember, if you're brand new, your 7 weeks for Fast Start starts with your first order. When your first order came in, that's your first week for 7 weeks. We've got 5 great weeks in September to make it happen. You will want to look for awesome news coming real soon from your franchise vice president on an exciting booking blitz. Now, this will more than likely be next week, But some of you may remember and were around when we did a booking blitz on I think it was a Tuesday night. And we called in at 6 o'clock and we gave you the words to say and we had an exciting challenge. And then we spent 3 hours making bookings. I still remember who the top 5 bookers were that night. We're gonna do one of those again in Australia, and you'll hear the information on that from Sandra, because there is an exciting bonus opportunity for extra bookings added in the month of September. And in September again, you have an exciting 2-week offer coming up at the end of the month and it is in recognition and honor of our founder, Shirley Levine's birthday. So look for that. Get your list ready. You know, those lists of people you've been wanting to call back or thinking you wanted to contact, or you're going to have an opportunity, and look for that information coming up soon, probably after they return from Reba, that will happen for you, Park Lane, Australia. Hey, I leave you with a quote from Bill Cosby, who says, "In order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure." It really is true. I've done a study of a guy named Anthony Robbins who talks about that we live our lives trying to gain pleasure and avoid pain. This is kind of the same thing. If you want to be in Paris, if you're thinking about everybody who's leaving this week for Aruba, and you think, I am not going to let that happen when we go to Paris in March of next year, and I would say to you then, failure can't be, you just have to say, it's not okay that I don't make Paris. My desire for success has to be so great. I am going to do this. I am not going to, at the end of October, say, oh, well, it's Paris. I didn't earn it. Your desire for success has to be greater than a fear of failure. Now, remember, this isn't everything. This is a great job. You can still be a full-time mom. You can still have a full-time job. You can still do all your other commitments. But focused effort, short periods of focused effort every week in your business can make amazing things happen. And you plain have too many role models in Australia for that not to be true. We have so many great success stories. So many of you, we are going to be the biggest not the biggest jewelry, the biggest direct sales company in Australia when you continue on your current trend. It's exciting, and there's so many people who still don't know about it and haven't seen Park Lane. So we hope your desire for success is great. Thank you for joining us on the News at Noon this Wednesday, the 27th. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do, and we appreciate how you are working to make Park Lane a household name in Australia. Have a fabulous week, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us on the News at Noon.